So we are starting a brand new project today. We are starting to put together this miniature house. Now, I have never put together a miniature house before. I am very new to miniatures. I've only done 2 sets, and they were sets like I put together kind of myself. So building a set like this is a lot more intensive than what I have experience with. It says the assembly time is about 3 days. As someone who is new to miniatures though, I'm assuming it is going to take me much longer than that. So I found this miniature set making like toolkit on Amazon. I think it was $8 or $9. So it comes with like a little like X-Acto knife, 2 sets of tweezers, wire cutters, a file, a little wallpaper thing, and then some more like X-Acto knife blades. Then I also got a good pair of scissors and a smaller pair of scissors. But let's open this up and see what's inside. Okay, we have a board and a very big bag of different props, it looks like, and different building materials. Another board. We got another box. Another board. A 4th board. So we have a cutting template, which is going to be very helpful. I'm going to make sure that these 2 stick together. And finally, the instructions. So these are the most important things out of everything. But here is kind of what the instruction sheet is looking like. So after taking a quick look at the instructions, we have to upholster the furniture ourselves. So this project is going to be very intensive, but you know who can help. So here's Mr. Slugly. He is our little slug model. I'm pretty much saying that he is the father figure of our family. We are gonna have him supervise this project, and if anything goes wrong, we are blaming Mr. Slugly. But first, we need to get this cleaned up. I have a plan now. So a lot of this is broken up into like package A, B, and C. Unfortunately, none of the actual packaging had labels that corresponded with A, B, and C. So what we're gonna do is use these like gallon-sized freezer bags I have and label them A, B, and C and put the actual parts that are supposed to be in that package in the bag. And I think that will help me a lot because I thought I was missing pieces, but actually they were just like hidden under a random label. So now that our workspace is semi-cleared, I am feeling better. I am very overwhelmed. I did not realize everything that was going to go into this miniature house. Like, I started this as a cute little joke to take pictures of slugs to give to my brother-in-law. And now I am putting together a 400 piece miniature house. This is fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so we are finally getting started with just the basic shape, which starts with putting the translucent film on the actual window frames. So we're gonna start there. I grabbed the translucent film, if I remember where. It is in bag B. No, the unlabeled bag. This is already very confusing, but translucent film, check on that. Then we have the cutting guide, which has the actual shapes of what we need to cut out. It does have instructions on here of like, hey, here's a good tip of tape this model to the translucent film, and then you can just cut everything together. So we are gonna be following those instructions. So now the templates are cut out. I have to tape them to the actual translucent paper now. So I'm very happy I bought a second set of scissors because I just only had these big ones. So I'm very happy I bought these little ones. So here's where we're at. We have these 4 windows that we need to do. We're looking for A7, A8, A5, A4. Those ones are up here. We're gonna set these ones aside, and then everything else is going back in the little baggie. I know they sell little precision tools that you can use in cases like this, but I have found that a toothpick gets me through about 90% of the time. It looks like I also am needing more tacky glue soon. I will have to add that to my Michaels list because I actually signed up for Michaels like rewards account, guys, because I was there so often that I was like, I probably just need to get one. And of course, since I have signed up, I have not been back. I don't know if I'm using too much glue. We will figure this out together. And we're gonna put this down on there. Window number 1 is done. This should dry clear, fingers crossed, but we are all set. Okay, window 2 is done. Setting that one aside. Let's get started on window 3. Okay, all 4 windows are done. They just need to dry now. This one's already starting to dry like semi-translucent, so that gives me hope that the rest of them will dry semi-translucent as well. Okay, so while the windows are drying, we need to be cutting out the wallpaper for the first floor. I think the bottom of the first floor, it is this little inside wall is what we're cutting out right now. It really makes me nervous on how tiny these things are, because I knew the last little miniature I did was 1/12 scale, and I know this is 1/24, and like I knew it was smaller. I knew it was half the size. But now really looking at this, I'm like, oh, you truly are half of the size. Then we need this little bag of bees over here. They also give you a cute little square of sandpaper to like sand down where the wood was attached. Which I think is really nice because they didn't give you like glue or scissors or any sort of tools in this kit, but they did give you sandpaper. And I knew like the kit doesn't come with any tools, which is why I bought some. But I was pleasantly surprised with this. B7 is going to stick to B8. Okay. Should we try the wood glue or should we stick with the tacky glue? I am going to try the wood glue because it's wood that we're gluing. I'll put down a tiny little bit and then we'll smooth it with the toothpick. Trying to make sure everything is at a right angle so I don't have any crooked or wobbly things. Then we need to do we need to put the wallpaper on first and then we put on number 9. Okay, I am going to pre-fold this where the little palm tree wallpaper is, because that's where it's gonna have to fold along the joint. I am following instructions so well right now, guys. Next, we are going to switch to this Beacon 3-in-1 because we're putting it on wallpaper, so we're gonna use this one. Ooh, that's a strong smelling glue. Okay, we have one single wall of our house built, and we have the windows done. So in the hour that I have been doing this, we have done section 1, section 2, section 3. Oh no, we haven't even done section 3. I still need to glue this guy on, but 3 sections out of this entire instruction manual. This is gonna be a very long project, but I think a lot of the time was just trying to figure out the instructions and figure out the pieces, and very little actually assemble time. Okay, so I think this was a pretty good start to our miniature house. I was very unprepared for how much work this was going to be, but it's fine. I had watched YouTube videos before of people putting these together, but I think it's because they are professionals and I am not, that I overestimated my abilities and underestimated the amount of work. But I am so excited to be putting this together. I really hope you guys are along for the ride because I am going to need all sorts of encouragement to get this done. But I hope you join me again.